17 football team. We are playing in the World Cup qualifying. We're here with the coach, and I want to welcome you, Dean. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we want to share. How is your football in your side of the country? What? Tell me something about your country and the football in general over there.
Well, the first sport in Curaçao is probably baseball.
Yeah.
We have very good baseball talents, but the biggest is still football.
Yeah.
It's more people play football than baseball.
Yeah.
We are good with baseball, but football is more people are doing it.
Oh.
So it's more popular.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
And the way we do it is we spend a lot of time on development.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, I started in the federation, for nearly 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. And we are basically working on the development of the younger players, going up to the ranks into professional football.
Mm-hmm. So, how is your league there? How big is the league?
So we have our competition running from on the 9s, on the 11s, on the 13s, on the 15s, on the 17s, and on the 20, and then senior 3 divisions.
Okay, and you're in charge of all that program, or
so we're doing that program in the leagues, but we had so many challenges in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's basically more due to the fact that the board members had an argument with the clubs.
Yeah.
And the clubs are not happy, board not happy. So finally the board left and the normalization committee of the FIFA took over. That's where we're standing now. So there's no competition really in the last year.
Oh, so for the last year, FIFA have been running your football program there?
FIFA is running it now for 6 months.
Yeah.
And in the 6 months, there's been no football. Actually, there's been no football for 1 year.
For a year.
No competition.
So no senior competition. Nothing.
Women, kids, nothing.
So how you get these kids to come and play? Because we're here in the under 17 tournament.
Yeah.
That's what you're here for.
Yeah.
So how you get these kids to come out and play?
So the only thing what we kept going, that is, I don't do politics.
Yeah.
I'm a director. I don't.
We don't check for politics.
No. I don't interfere in the challenges with the clubs and the board. Whatever happens, I'm there for football.
Yes.
And so the only thing I was able to do is do our national teams. You understand? So the national team under 17 women were in Nicaragua last week. Before that, we had the boys CONCACAF in Trinidad in August, and we had the girls under 14s in Trinidad and the CFU. So for the national teams, we are still working. The only thing is they don't play competition.
Oh.
But I'm training them 3 days a week.
Okay, so you have
practice with the coaches.
You're training 3 days a week.
3 days a week with the national teams.
Okay.
Throughout the year.
And how was the tournament in? You say the girls team went to Nicaragua.
Yeah.
And
how was last week?
How was it? How was it there?
So for the girls team, because we only started 2 years ago really working on the women. So we don't have a proper league. There's maybe 5 teams, just about 7 teams, and now it's been stopped for nearly a year. But what we did was we just created the under 15 team that played the CFU under 14 last week.
Yes.
And we made them the under 17. So actually, we went to Nicaragua with the under 15 teams in the under 17 tournament. So we know next year and the year after they can still play.
It can still be better.
Yeah,
it's just like Turks and Caicos. I talked to the technical director before when we were in Dominican Republic. You know, their girls for the under 7 that play in the under 17 competition, just like your girls. They are 14, 15. They take the under 15 girls to enter. So next year they'll be better, which is I think is good for the program and it's good for your program. Absolutely. And you said the under 14 boys playing in Trinidad.
Correct. Yeah, they were in the CFU.
Yeah, and how was it?
Same with the under 14s. In the development, there were young boys playing there. Because what we did was for instance, with the girls and the boys, same thing. We didn't do anything with the under 20s.
Yeah.
The only reason why we went with the under 17 girls was because of we're going to give them the experience.
Yeah.
But we had to go with the under 15s because the 15s are better than the 17s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because we've been training for
a long time
together,
Okay.
and the under 17s is not that good. So that's why we said the whole 15s are just getting the experience. The same with the boys. But with the boys, it's a bit different because the boys are good already. So they're on their own age group. So they played in Trinidad and they did okay. We could have done better.
Yeah.
To be honest. We didn't go through to the next round, but I think we could have done better. But it's still a process.
Yeah, I think next year on the 15, this year on the 15, August,
15.
you'll be much better because
Exactly.
that experience you gain from Trinidad make them better. And for the next under 17, which is next year, probably some of these kids can play in it.
Yeah.
You said there was not much competition going on in your side of the country. So how you recruit these kids to come in and play for the national team?
Yeah. So what I did with this under 17 team, I'm actually educating the coach that I want him to be this under 17 team
coach. Yeah.
So I want him to run with me the program.
Yes.
And he's assisting me now. So what we did was we wrote an email to all the clubs, and he said, give 4 of your best players.
Okay.
Let them come. And then a group we already knew that are the best on the island, and we had about 64 players join the program.
Wow.
And then I made it. I made a selection from in 2 weeks. I got it down to 22.
Okay. So what's the population like?
150,000, 160,000.
160,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when we made it to 22, we also have a department in Holland. Because obviously we're the Dutch kingdom.
Yeah, Curaçao is
a Dutch kingdom.
So you also get players from the Netherlands and so forth.
Yeah, so we had 10 players from the Netherlands. So I made a rule that when we go with the under 15s, not more than 6 players
mostly
join.
Homegrown.
Yeah,
mostly homegrown. So
exactly. So local and 6 players from the Netherlands.
From outside.
With the under 17s, we said 50-50.
Okay.
10 from the local, 10 from the Netherlands. And when they go to under 20, it could be maybe 14 from the Netherlands, 6 from local.
Okay.
Because the thing is, the local players, they move to
the Netherlands.
Okay, so we lose them.
Yes.
But we still keep contact with them.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
Because your best players are going.
That's good.
You need to keep them.
Because you need these players to get
the quality,
this experience, so that you can develop your country and it can make your country better.
Absolutely.
When you send them out there instead of stay inland where there's not much football playing. And I always think that way too, for having players to go overseas to play. And it's good that what you all are doing, to have the players and play overseas, and then you bring back them to your country to play and represent the country.
It's the only way.
It's the only way.
It's the only way to grow.
Yeah, because the league is not
good enough and strong enough to create better players to go up. And you can be thinking about our players in our country in Curaçao. What about our players? But all the players from Curaçao abroad are still our players.
Yeah.
And sometimes the sentiment wins from the thinking about winning or actually going forward to represent the country. You don't want to represent the country with your local players only while you got fantastic players abroad.
Yeah.
Who play in the higher divisions and higher player football.
I believe so too, because in Jamaica we do it for our national teams where we have players who come from England and play in the national team.
Yes.
And it helps the program.
Of course.
It's helped the program to develop and help the program to get better and help, for once to see your program. So which is good.
Yeah.
There.
Of course.
And how long you've been into the football side of it. You played before in age
Yeah,
school.
I played myself when I was playing. I mean, in my career.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to play myself professional.
Yeah.
So I'm from Suriname originally.
Okay.
So I was born in Suriname.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was born in Curaçao.
Okay.
My wife is from Curaçao. Actually, my kids are mixed Suriname.
Curaçao. Yeah.
My son plays for the national senior team. He grew up in England, where I stayed after my career. So I played 12 years in the Netherlands.
Okay.
Played for Feyenoord, Ajax, Groningen, and then I went to the UK. Played 5 years, so in 17 years career in total. And then after my career, I stayed in Manchester. So my son went to Manchester United. And he was 10 years in the academy of Man United, and he went to be professional.
Cool, yeah.
So he plays for Curaçao.
Okay.
Which is a great thing because they got all professionals now.
Yeah.
Playing for Curaçao.
Yeah.
There's none local, none, or if you want to play for Curaçao now, you have to be in a professional club.
Yeah.
And that's, but to come back with me, I got my career 17 years. Then I done my coaching license.
Okay.
All of my license.
Okay.
Up to the pro license. And I coach like Southampton, Stoke City.
Yeah. Big time.
Scotland national team under 20, under 17s. Ajax.
Yeah.
Under 18s. And then a few years ago, I went to my home country,
Suriname, yeah.
And for the first time in history, we went to the Gold Cup.
Oh.
And that was with only local.
I remember, yeah.
That was only local.
Yeah?
Yeah,
that's
totally.
Cool. That's cool.
That time, I went to Suriname because the country doesn't allow players from Holland to play for Suriname. Even though Suriname, but they didn't allow it. So I had to have success for the president to change.
Okay.
So when we had success with Suriname, we went to the Gold Cup with only local players.
Yeah.
He said, we can do the double passport.
Yeah. For others to come.
For others now to come.
To come in.
So we made a bit of history there.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden now we have only professionals now.
That's good.
But the sentiment in Suriname is now, what about our boys?
Yeah.
And the sentiment should not be there because they're still our boys.
It is worldwide.
Yeah.
It is worldwide.
We are still our boys.
It's still your players. It's still your family. It's still
your family.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's the family. You know, whether my son, I'm from Jamaica. My son born in Turks are born in Curaçao.
Doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter. That's where, he is and representing that country.
Yeah. You know what I always say? Because before that, when they didn't do it, I said, if Messi was from Suriname, he would have been Spanish now.
Yeah.
Because when he was 12, he went to Spain. And he wouldn't play for Suriname. No. Because we wouldn't accept him.
No.
So the best player in the world would be Spanish.
Yeah, that's true.
And we need to keep our talent.
Our talent.
Yeah, and let them go and be the best.
Be the best. Yeah, I believe so too. How long now you been in Curaçao as a technical director?
So in 2023.
2023.
So 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
2.5 years, yeah.
It was good. Yeah. And how you find it? Because you said you live there now. How long now you live there?
Yeah, I don't live there permanent.
Okay.
I said I'm going to go back and forth, but I'm more in Curaçao than back in the UK.
Okay.
Because home base is in Manchester.
Okay. So you're from Manchester.
That's where home is now for the last 24 years.
Yeah, because you're playing, professional in Europe.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so forth. So you wanted to, and your family is there.
Yes, exactly. But to tell you how I find it, because I'm a coach, I love coaching.
Yeah.
But when they offered me the technical director, I had to think about it carefully because it's a lot of office work.
Yeah.
And it's not what I want to do. So I thought about it and I'm like, I could make a difference, in development, in every department, in football. I could make a difference with my knowledge.
Yeah.
With my experience.
Yeah.
Because there's no one on the island with a pro license or with anything I've been through what they have.
Okay.
So I said yes to it. And to be honest, after 2.5 years, it's been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But we done a lot of good things.
It's cool. It's cool to know that you're giving back to
Yes.
a Caribbean island, like this, because we're from the Caribbean.
Yes.
And we always want to give back. I'm also working in Turks and Caicos right now, myself, who I have developed talents. I develop goalkeepers, and so forth. And to see someone like yourself, you're based in England, and you come out, you're a former professional player who you represent all over the world. You played in Ajax. You played at ice level.
Yes.
You played Ajax. You played in
Feyenoord,
and all these teams, which is good. And to see you coming back, to give back to the country is good. And we, as a Caribbean island, myself, I'm grateful for that. I see your team played in the under 17 tournament. You have played now in under 17 tournament here in the tournament.
Yeah.
How is it going for them so far?
Yeah. So, as you know, we have the team from Curaçao.
Yeah.
So I worked with 64 players, and they had to get it down to 11. And then we had 10 from the Netherlands.
Okay.
Actually, 9 from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And 1 from the States, from Miami.
Okay.
So there's 20 and 21 in total. And I had 1 day to get them together because they don't know each other. So we had one session here that was the other day to get to know, because they flew from the Netherlands straight
to Bermuda.
To Bermuda.
Yeah.
And we flew for Curaçao straight to Bermuda. So they met each other for the first time.
Yeah.
And so it was quite exciting to see how they get on,
And
one session.
And for me, football is a universal sport.
Yes.
And a universal language. So it doesn't matter where you're from, and no matter what we do. When you come together, it's the same football you're playing. The tactics might be different, but it's the same football and the same movement and the same organization of teams, and from you put them together. And I think I saw your first game that you played, and your team played well. They played well. It was a good game.
Yes.
And I know as the tournament go on, you guys will grow, because the first game you're meshing, you're gelling, and so you guys will grow, and it's good.
Yeah.
So now after this tournament, what do? You go back to?
Yeah. So after this tournament, back to Curaçao. Obviously, we're going to evaluate everything, and hopefully we can go carry on with the program we're running for the younger teams.
Yeah.
And then make everybody ready for August, because August we got the CFU
under 14 girls,
under 14 girls, and under 15 boys. Also in CONCACAF. So I'm going to prepare them, and which we're going to train again 3 days a week for the 5 months.
Yeah, 5 months. Because it's in August.
Yeah, August.
Early August.
So 3 days a week training with the coach, with the boys at Curaçao. That's what we need to do.
Okay, good.
And the girls as well. Same thing.
Yeah. So I think the girls have World Cup qualifying in September. So the senior women. You don't have a senior woman?
Yeah, we have a senior women.
They
is October, November.
Okay.
But I think it's Gold Cup.
Okay. So they're
qualifiers.
Gold
Cup. Yeah.
So they're still in the Gold Cup qualifying.
Yeah.
And your senior men team is in the Nation League.
So have you heard of Dick Advocaat?
No.
He's a manager. Okay. Dick Advocaat. He was Belgium #1 head coach. The Netherlands, Russia.
Yeah.
He's a big coach.
Yeah.
And he is the head coach now of the national senior team for Curaçao.
Okay.
And he asked me to come in, assist him as well. So I've got good contact with him. He's been my coach.
Yeah.
When I was playing in Holland.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assist him with the national senior team.
Okay.
For March. That's just the FIFA window.
Yeah.
And then June we got the World Cup qualifiers. Yeah, against Saint Lucia and Haiti.
Yeah. So how was those? I think So you all play against 18. How?
No,
how was it?
we didn't play against 18.
You don't play yet.
Not yet. No.
Okay.
We played against St. Lucia, Grenada.
And how was it?
Yeah, we won. We got through. So we
advanced to the next phase.
Yeah. No, we go to the Gold Cup. We place ourselves to the Gold Cup.
Okay.
And in June we can advance to the last stage if we beat St. Lucia.
Okay, that's cool.
And then Haiti and us go to the next round.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
In that, I wish you all the best in this tournament that we're here in Bermuda for the under 17 tournament. There's anything out there you want to say to the people of Curaçao, say something to the people that they don't know of you.
No.
I think they learn a lot about you now.
Yeah, maybe.
So if there's anything you want to say before we close?
No, only that, football is universal, as you say, it's the biggest sport in the world.
Yes.
And it brings people together.
Yes.
And I think if we hold back and not open ourselves to what's coming from outside, our own people, then we're losing.
Yes.
We're losing.
Yes.
I think we have to try to get the best players out of the country. Because, a kid might be born in Turks and Caicos and be the best player in the world.
Right.
If he gets the development, but he won't be the best player in the world if he stays in Turks. So he needs to move to get the best out of him. So that's with all the islands.
Absolutely.
And we should not hold back. We should work and get the best out of our players. That's what puts us on the map. What makes us then you can be proud.
Yeah. My friend, that's a wonderful message.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful message, and it's a pleasure, sitting here talking to you on this beautiful island of Bermuda.
Yeah.
Where, we're here for the under 17 tournament, but at least we can sit and have a chat.
Oh, 100%. And tomorrow we play against each other.
And tomorrow we play against each other. So, and we're here sharing ideas and talking,
of course.
know more about you.
Yeah.
And seeing you around, never know that you play professional too.
Yeah.
Like myself, we played, at the ice level, which is cool. Yeah. And sometimes when you see one, you don't know who they are and you don't know what they have done until you talk to the person
to share.
And I just want to thank you for sharing,